Hey guys, Toolman Tim here. Welcome back to the workshop where we build business, create community, find freedom, and share success. And we talk about tools. And speaking of that, it's a wonderful Tuesday morning, which means it's time for another Toolbox Tuesday review video. And this week, I have got a really neat one for you. You guys know that I love small little gadgets, things that improve your life, things that fix problems just a little bit. And I've got something to show you this week that reminds me of those little erasers that you put on the end of pencils when you'd finish chewing them off in elementary school. So hang in there and I'll show you exactly what this guy does in just a minute. Alright guys, real quick before we dive into this week's review, if you haven't been here before, take a minute and run by ToolManTimcom. That's my website. You can find my social media presences there. Like me on any one of those platforms, Float, MeWe, Facebook, Instagram, Odyssey. Interact there. I love to have people join our community and share their knowledge. And if you're looking for, say, recommended products, stuff that's met the Toolman Tim seal of approval, things that have made me money or saved me money in my handyman business, solutions to problems like spilled paint on vinyl siding or hanging pictures without drilling holes, I got over 100 links to Amazon products that I've tested personally, that I vouch for, and if you pick any of them up, it helps support the content I make here on the channel, so thank you guys. Alright, so let's dive in. This week's product was a recommendation from a community member, one of my biggest supporters and one of my longest time supporters, Tom, on the YouTube comments, and he is a longtime handyman, a very successful handyman who loves to share his wisdom, his love for other tools, and he told me one day, I was talking about, I don't even remember exactly which comment it came up in, but he said, you should really try these guys, Tim. And like I said, to me, they look like the eraser. So in grade 3 or 3rd grade, you're sitting there gnawing on your eraser, and all of a sudden you go to erase something from the paper, and you realize all I got left is that brass ring. And they had them little decorative, some of them smelled funny, some of them were cool, whatever, and they'd slide on the end of your pencil where your eraser was. That's what these things look like right here. So we've got a red one, we've got a blue one, and we've got a yellow one. So basically, what they are is, anyway, my bits aren't really that magnetic, and I did a video here recently on putting together IKEA furniture, and one of my biggest frustrations was, you'd get the screw on there, you'd get it in there, you'd have your tongue held right, you'd have your hand held right, you'd be in the right, twisted body shape there, and all of a sudden the screw would fall off. You'd cuss, you'd scream, you'd cry like a little baby, whatever, and it made you sad. So Tom said, hey, why don't you try these guys, Tim? They're simple, they're cheap, and they work. And again, like a lot of these products that I recommend, you will see these, just look for the picture more than the brand. I actually don't even know if I have the brand right now because mine, oh yeah, there we go. So there's a couple different brands, Ripeng, R-I-P-E-N-G, and Bestgle, B-E-S-T-G-L-E. Most of these are just, made up Chinese company names, which is fine. They all come from the same factory, but you're just looking for the design of these. This is the ones that Tom had showed me. I picked them up and they worked really well. So don't really look for the brand, just look for the picture. They're all kind of in that $10-ish range or even less in the States, but they are what they are. So they've got 4.5 stars, 4 out of 5 stars on Amazon, and you know what? These are the type of thing that they just work. So all they are is a magnet, and you put it on your sleeve. Now, anyway, I want to show you a couple things. So obviously the closer to the end you have it, the better the screw holds on. So I like that. And one thing I discovered after a bit, now it's easier to show you on this long one just so you can, but you see where the hex piece is? So if you have it in the wrong angle, once you get it in, it kind of locks in and it won't spin. Works really good. Now, one of the big complaints that I was constantly hearing online was the fact that they didn't fit their bits properly. And I don't know how short of a bit they're using, but this is my go-to 6-inch one. I use this a lot for putting together IKEA furniture. It's a Phillips, sorry about the light there guys, and it works really well. And you can put it out here, it magnetizes it, and it spins, not a big deal. Now, my other go-to, of course, up here in Canada, we have the square bits known as Robertson, invented by a Canadian, I can't remember his name, obviously it was Robertson something, and I use a 2-inch Robertson bit. This is those weird kind of flex torque bits that are supposed to flex and torque instead of break and bend. So they don't have a solid shaft on them like this one does. So you would think, well, there goes one. You would think that that little hole there wouldn't fit proper. But you know what? That's what the little hex shaft is for back there. Now, I mean, it'll float there nice, no problem. But you put it back there and it's locked in. Now, there's tons of room still there to hold on to the screw. So unless you're using chintzy little 1-inch bits, these will work great. And in this day and age, there's no excuse not to be using a 2-inch or a 3-inch bit even. I really like 3-inch bits, but the 2-inch ones are what came in the little DeWalt impact driver kit I got for Christmas, and I really like these guys. So anything with a 2-inch or bigger, this guy will slide right on there, magnetizes your bit, and allows you to just, you know, keep on going. I realized I'd get nasty comments in the description below if I didn't actually show them in action because, well, that's one of those things. I like to talk about tools. Sometimes I get talking so much I don't even show you. So this probably is already, yeah, it's already magnetized because I put the piece on there. But anyway, this is your normal bit, and that is your, right there, it will fit. Now give it some magnetization there, put it on, and there you go. That was a non-magnetic bit here just a minute ago, and now it holds really well. You know, it's not perfect by any means, but it does the trick. Now normally, a lot of times the Phillips will hold it anyway. Give it a pretty good shake and it stayed on there. So if you're looking for something that's going to make your life just a little bit easier, might remove some swearing from your life because that's what I'm looking for. These little sleeves here, they just work. You put them on, slide them down the shaft, and then a little less swearing when you're putting together flat pack furniture or whatever. And it's always nice. It's almost like having an extra set of hands or one extra hand, so you don't have to hold it into place while you're trying to get it into place, because sometimes those are really tight squeezes. So let me know what you guys think. Do you use something like this? Apparently, reading some of the Amazon comments, again, one of the big ones was it didn't fit their bit. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing it or something. If you're using a 1-inch, yeah, it ain't going to fit that. But they also said that it's very, very similar to the ones Makita used to make, and I guess they're getting harder to find and rather expensive. So, you know, these generic Amazon ones have fit the bill for me. And if you're looking for a way to magnetize your bits and not be big and bulky or in the way or anything like that, give these guys a try. And if you got recommendations for magnetic attachments for your impact driver drill, whatever it happens to be, share them with me. I always love trying out new tools. This one come from Tom. And about half of all the content I put out now is from recommendations from you guys or content from you guys, which I love. So keep sending it in. I've got such a backlog of reviews and top 5 lists and all kinds of stuff that I want to share with you. So keep sending it in. Just let me pile it up so I never have to worry. Hey guys. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, stick around, become part of the community, because I always love seeing and hearing new voices, new faces, new names in the comments. And that means that we have a bigger, wider pool to pull from, and people can share their knowledge with us. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and have a great week.